All right, what's up, good people of the world? Where the heck have I been? So, the title of this video today is basically our lives are determined on how we handle our setbacks. Now, a lot of people think, if you look good or feel good, or you put this big smile on your face all day, every day, that you don't have any setbacks and you have that blessed life and you never have a problem, never have a worry in the world. I'm here to tell you that even the best fall sometimes. Not to quote that song, I don't even remember, maybe it's Lance Morissette, I don't even know what the heck the song is called. But what do I mean by that? So I embarked on this 30-day Average Joe diet beginning of this month or so, and I fell off the map. After about 2 weeks in, I lost a good bit of weight, 216 down to 209, but I kept putting a smile on my face because at the time I was dealing with horrible digestive issues. I've been getting adjusted. I've been doing a whole chiropractic thing, and I was eating based off of my food allergies that I had done through what's called the ALA test. It wasn't the one that we do in the office now. So what that did is it told me that I had a crap load of food allergies, but apparently none of them were really that specific. Now, when your gut is inflamed, okay, when your gut is inflamed, you start getting leaky gut. When you get leaky gut, you have foods that actually are improperly digested, leak through into the bloodstream, cause inflammation, cause an antibody immune system response, okay? So your body uses your immune system to go and attack these foods. So if you don't get them measured properly, you're going to keep spiking your immune system, and eventually it can turn into an autoimmune disease, and it can cause a lot of digestive issues. Now, most people experience bloating or just painful, stomach, things like that, and if you're used to being inflamed all day, every day, you're not really going to notice too much of a difference because you're just toxic to begin with. So a lot of people come up to me like, no, there's no way. I don't have any food allergies. I never noticed any of these symptoms that you talk about. And I always come back and say, I'm almost willing, I don't gamble, but I'm almost willing to bet the entire cost of this test that you do have food allergies. And that's what I ran into. So when I embarked out onto this food allergy and this 30-day Average Joe diet, my goal and my intention was to show you guys how to eat properly according to your food allergies. Now here's the problem. The test that I had done prior was not 100% accurate. All right, that's why I like doing the Immunolabs test, because it tests for all 4 IgEs. Thanks, Dr. Fawaz. It tests for all 4 IgG reactions, which again are your antibody reactions. So it gives you a specific picture of what food you can and cannot have. So this was my diet. When I started out on this diet, Raul Heitshu, from Team High Fit, one of my coaches, I love the dude to death. He basically set out a diet according to my previous food allergies, and I was totally gung-ho, 100% on it. So my breakfast was basically real simple, real easy. It was bone broth protein. Okay, it was branched chain amino acids because I would work out in the morning. Post-workout meal was going to be my bone broth protein from Ancient Nutrition. It's amazing for you. It's from chicken bones. And basically what it has is it has collagen in it that actually helps to rebuild the gut lining. And it also helps with hair, skin, and nails, and helps for any cartilaginous tissues. And it's just basically, it's phenomenal because it's non-toxic. It's so easy for people who can't digest milk or dairy. And that was me, first and foremost. So I needed to find a good source, and Ancient Nutrition by far is my favorite food for protein. And then after that, it was a scoop of berries, and that was basically it. Then my next meal was where I got into the hiccup here. So I would have ground turkey or ground beef, and I don't like plain food. So you can ask my wife, Megan, what do you like to put on your foods? Garlic, I'm Italian, so garlic, pepper were huge for me. I loved them. And guess what would happen right around that third meal? I would have horrible digestive issues. And I'm sitting here running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to figure out what the heck just made me lose my bowels. All right, TMI, I don't care. So I was thinking, oh my gosh, did I develop an allergy to chicken? Or did I develop an allergy to something else? I never would have thought there were spices because they didn't show up on my ALA test. So I kept pushing through, kept moseying on, and with that chicken or that turkey that I was doing, I would also have either sweet potatoes or some form of rice or quinoa. But it was only the days that I would have rice or the days, brown or white rice, or the days that I would have sweet potatoes or regular potatoes that, again, I would feel some horrible digestive issues. Like, what the heck am I doing? I'm following my food allergies. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. So next meal, same kind of issue. Eating about the same thing, just less carbs. Had, basically a chicken tortilla wrap And I was eating corn tortilla wraps because it didn't have anything in it. Went to Trader Joe's, got them, thought it was good. Well, guess what? I'm allergic to corn. Go figure. Hey, Dr. Cody, good to see you, big guy. You're going to learn a lot here. So I was allergic to corn, and I was wrapping up chicken with garlic and with pepper and salt and a corn wrap. My stomach hurt. Couldn't figure out what the heck was going on. So you could see the consistency here as I was continuously eating chicken. I was like, oh my God, I'm allergic to chicken. This is going to be horrible. I don't like eating beef all the time, but what the heck is going on? So I moseyed through and I was like, you know what? The heck with it. My next meal throughout the day was going to be basically some nuts. The only nuts I was able to have at the time were pistachios, so I was eating pistachios like crazy just to get some good fats in, good protein. And then my dinner was usually, again, turkey or chicken with Brussels sprouts, pounded with good butter, grass-fed butter, and pounded with garlic. All right, well, guess what? If you're allergic to dairy, you're allergic to milk, and everything else comes from a freaking cow, you're also allergic to butter. Killed me, all right? What the heck? So that was super frustrating for me because, again, I was trying to eat healthy, and then I would have, again, beef, chicken, turkey, sometimes fish, and I would cover them with garlic, salt, pepper. That's like my go-to. Those are my staples. Well, I did a good job losing weight. Again, I went down from 216 down to 209, and I was, looking leaner, and I was feeling good about myself. However, my stomach was still kind of bloated, still hurt, and I was still going to the bathroom quite frequently, and I had inconsistency in my stool. Again, TMI, doesn't matter. It's my body. If you don't want to hear it, don't listen to my videos because I'm talking about poop all the time. So I kept pushing through, and I was like, you know what? I talked to my wife. I was like, there's two things I have to do. I have to get my food allergies retested, and I have to do the immunolabs test because I knew how specific it was, and I had to do a stool sample. Now, I haven't done the stool sample yet because I wanted to try something out, because I know that if you have food allergies, it can absolutely destroy your digestive tract. And with all my patients coming through and getting their food allergies tested, they would come in and they'd come in with a lot of the same symptoms. If they ate their food allergies, it would wreck them, they'd lose their bowels, and they'd have a very tough time, even triggering migraines. There's even times where I'd eat food or I'd eat rice, and all of a sudden my nose would just start running. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I thought I had a bloody nose. So I got my food allergies back, and I got it back, and I had 20 food allergies, which is a lot for me, especially when out of those 20 food allergies, almost all of them was what I was eating. I had sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, canola oil, which you shouldn't have anyways, but I found out some of the cashews had canola oil on them. Should have known that, and it's nicknamed rapeseed oil, so you shouldn't have it anyways. It sounds horrible. What else did I have? I had the garlic, the pepper, different beans. I can't have beans, can't have green beans. I mean, there, you name it, and I had it, and those were my staple foods that I had all the time. And holy cow, was it frustrating, because I finally figured out what the heck was causing my digestive issues. And I'll tell you what, that's why I stopped this, 30-day average Joe diet, because I was frustrated, because I was eating like I was supposed to be. I felt like crap, literally, pun intended, and I didn't know what to do. So I retested myself, and I went up this weekend and I trained with some of the docs. I mean, Dr. Cody's on here. I think I saw Dr. Greg on here, Dr. Fawez. We were all up in Traverse City, Michigan, and we were learning more and more and more about these food allergies. We were learning about detoxing. We were learning about inflammation of the body, learning about cancer, hormones, infertility. You literally name it, down to MTHFR. You name it. We talked about this weekend, because we're constantly inundating ourselves with new and useful information that we can take and apply to our practices no matter what location we're in. And if you need to find a Wellness Way clinic, go to tww.clinics.com and just search around. It has a big picture of the United States. Just click around wherever you need to go. So we were learning about food allergies and what this does to your body. And it elicits what's called a cytotoxic reaction. All right, cyto is cell, toxic is toxic. I mean, it's a no-brainer. So the foods that you're taking in are cytotoxic, and they even categorize the same thing with food allergies as chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is also another form of a cytotoxic response. So when you're eating food allergies, some people will be like, well, I have a level 1, or I have a level 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. They're like, is it okay to eat this in moderation? Well, you just ask yourself, is it okay to get chemotherapy in moderation? No, it's cytotoxic. It's still killing cells. It's still toxic to your cells. And the more you continue to do that over and over again, remember, cells are your building blocks of everything that we have in our bodies. So we're just building ourselves with more and more and more toxic levels. So it's horrible to even think that way. So I got frustrated over the weekend because I knew that I was going against my food allergies, but I wasn't aware. And we talked about this up here too, is that ignorance is not bliss whenever it comes to your health. Hey, Dr. Ashton, how you doing? Ignorance is not bliss whenever it comes to your health, because you could be doing things right now. Right now, you could be literally eating something that you might be allergic to. And it's not a small reaction. It's not a small thing. You have to take it into consideration. And if you truly want to be healthy, this is the #1 building block. It's the easiest thing you can do to find out if you're literally poisoning yourself on a daily basis. So with that being said, what did I do? I had to go back to the drawing board here because, again, I was frustrated because I didn't know what to eat. All of my carb sources were basically taken off the table, so I had to find a new carb source. I didn't want to just do quinoa, because if I just did quinoa, I would develop another food allergy to that, because if you eat the same thing over and over again, bodybuilders will do this all the time, you'll have that leaky gut and you'll be pushing those through. Hey, Ashton, thanks for sharing the video. You'll be pushing those foods through that gut lining, and it will actually cause more and more antibody responses. So the next time you do a food allergy test, you'll have those pop up on there. So it's important to, again, know what you're allergic to, and then also cycle through your foods. Have certain options, or have different options for you to be able to intake, so that way you're not developing new food allergies while you're trying to heal your gut. So for my carb sources now, for my meal 2 or 3, whenever it was that I was having, sweet potatoes or rice or anything like that, I had to switch it out. So I had quinoa. I can still do quinoa, and I'm going to start doing some cauliflower mashed potatoes, basically, and just, again, throw a little bit of coconut oil, tiny bit, because you don't want to mix carbs and fats together, but it helps to kind of make it congeal a little bit. So that's going to be my main carb source. And basically with cauliflower too, since it's white, it's a more basic food, so it'll make your body less acidic. Hey, Dr. Cody, thanks for sharing that video, brother. But it'll make your body less acidic, because cauliflower, again, is more basic, and that's what we want. We want more basic foods. We don't want to be acidic. So getting back to the drawing board, basically today was about the best day I could come to grips with, is trying to reevaluate what my diet is. I had to go grocery shopping still later on today. Got to hit up my favorite store, Aldi's. But I was able to get my workout in today, which was kind of nice. I hadn't been able to work out for a while, and I also busted my hand on the golf course while we were up in treetops, but it's healing now for all of those who care. But yeah, what else did I want to talk about? So basically, when we're talking about this 30-day average Joe diet, it is so common for people to fall off the bandwagon. And it's very, very, very common for people to get discouraged and think that it's difficult to eat healthy or to be healthy. But if you know your basic guidelines and you know what you need to do to be healthy, you can make those conscious decisions in the right direction, so that way each step that you take forward, you're making progress and you're not taking any steps behind. So knowing your food allergies is the best thing to do. But when you do stumble, when you do fall, I think it was Beyonce said, pick yourself up and try again, or so, I don't know. I don't like Beyonce, but that's something I think that she said. But basically, just like anything else in life, whether it's your health or whether it's a job or whether it's a weightlifting goal or something happens in your sports, you have to keep that mentality and that mindset that no matter what happens, you do have that end goal that you want to achieve and that you want to obtain. And as long as you pick yourself back up and you basically put your head down to the grindstone or your nose to the grindstone again, you can keep pushing forward and you can keep succeeding as well. So I want you to know I'm being 100% vulnerable to you guys. I'm opening up 1,000%. I was poisoning myself in the beginning of this Average Joe diet. And some people can gain weight, some people can lose weight, some people can do both. I lose weight, and then I also gain weight because I was so inflamed from some of the foods that I was eating. I actually gained 5 pounds over the weekend. When I just got back on Wednesday night, I was 5 pounds heavier than when I left to go up there. So you can fluctuate, and it is frustrating, but just make sure you know what you're doing, know and have somebody on your side, have an accountability partner. If you don't and you haven't had your food allergies tested, have a Wellness Way clinic do it. It doesn't matter where you do it at. You can ship those kits all over the place. We'll find a place that allows you to draw it there, and then we'll sit down and we'll talk to you about what it actually means and how to avoid it, and the things you need to do to, again, make those conscious decisions in the right direction. But I just wanted to let you know where I've been, why I've been dropping off with these episodes, just because I was frustrated. I was frustrated with myself and my progress, and now it's time to get back up. Now it's time to keep pushing forward, because I don't stay down long. I get mad at myself, I pick myself up, and I just push forward harder than I was before. So get ready. You're going to see some crazy changes from me. I'm also doing some more research for you guys too. I'll share with you. We have some new things coming up. Doing some more. Some of my patients know where I'm going with this, but we have some more awesome information for you. So you'll see me start losing weight, not just from this 30-day average Joe, not just from this 30-day average Joe diet, but I'm going to start doing some anti-cancer things too. Not that I have it, but there's going to be some proactive things I'm going to be learning about. And whenever I learn that, I'm going to test them myself, and I'm going to share them with you as well. So I appreciate, again, Dr. Ashton and Dr. Cody for sharing this video. But if you haven't been and you don't know about what we do as the Wellness Way Clinics, about every 2 weeks or so we have what's called an inflammation talk in our offices, or sometimes we'll have them in different restaurants. Ours are located in our office, and we actually have one on Tuesday. It starts at 6 o'clock. The inflammation talk lasts about an hour long, and if you want to join and you want to learn more about what we do, or even if you have questions on this average Joe diet or about these food allergies, come in. It's a free event no matter what location you're at, and RSVP so that way we can get you some food, heart, and soul. They will be able to help you out. And if you've learned anything, or if you know somebody else who maybe they're trying to diet and they fell off the bandwagon and they can't pick themselves back up, steer them to these videos. Steer them to me. If they have any questions, feel free to reach out. Feel free to message me. I'm always transparent on anything that I do. Just ask, and I would love to be able to help. So take care. Thanks for watching, guys, and look forward to hearing more from me. And I look forward to hearing more from you guys. So take care. Have an awesome night. Enjoy your weekend, and go do something awesome, guys.